What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the channel for another market update. I hope everybody had a lovely day. And with that being said, let's get right into the TA. All right, so we're actually going to start off with something that I'm seeing on Webull because it is quite crazy. And I don't think it should be ignored, even though we do use TradingView. All right, we do. I only trust the indicators here on TradingView. We're going to come over to Webull, and I don't know why. I have no idea why it's doing this when the TradingView one is not even in overbought territory. But either way, we are decently up there. Average stochastic crossing down from overbought territory. All right, now you come over here to Webull. What the heck is this? All right, you have a CCI that is at 265. We hit a high of like 272 I saw earlier. I almost posted on Twitter, but you know what? I decided I'm just going to put it in the update today. Look at, actually, maybe I did put it on Twitter. I'm not sure, actually. Go check if you want. I don't care. But look at this bad boy right here, guys. Throughout the whole bear market, it has not been up here. All right. This is, and again, I have no idea why this one is so much more overextended than this one got. I have absolutely no idea, but the point still stands. We haven't been up here this whole bear market. Now we're going to come over here. I shouted something out on SPX. We're going to go over the 4-hour time frame. Come back over here. All right. Come over to SPX and just look at where you're. Now, I moved this up. We were at 240 and we still hadn't reached it besides one thing, which was over here, I believe. We hadn't reached that 240 level on the 4-hour CCI and SPX. Like we had one occurrence. All right. But either way, now we kept going higher. And now look at it. Now we really haven't hit that level. All right. So, I mean, now you have something on TradingView suggesting, hey, you're going to get one hell of a rug pull. All right. And then you also have something on Webull also suggesting, hey, you're going to get one hell of a rug pull. Now, keep in mind, we could stay up here and form a bullish divergence as we push into the gap fill. I don't know if that's going to be happening, but we're going to talk about things. All right. So now that we got that out of the way, let's just go over the daily, the 4-hour, and the 1-hour, and we will go over what is just going on, what is the technical setup, and then we're going to pair these with the catalyst we got coming up. Now, we have Powell speaking tomorrow, all right, so we have that, and then we have CPI on Thursday, all right. With where the charts are right now, I'm just telling you guys right now, it makes no sense to rally on CPI. It makes absolutely no sense. The charts predict the news. All right, like maybe you do get one hell of a gap up. All right, but I don't think that's going to come without having a move lower first. Not like lower as in like we're breaking this low, but we're not staying up here. All right, let's go over SPY since that is what we trade here on the channel, SPY and QQQ. All right, and look at SPY. All right, and actually we could come over to Webull. So I do watch Webull. All right, I don't really show it in my videos, but I do watch Webull. And I just want to point out what we have going on here on the 4-hour time frame on Webull. You have this triple bearish divergence going on Webull on the 4-hour time frame with stochastic crossing over from deeply oversold territory. All right. Well, the last few times this happened, yeah, you had one hell of a cool off each and every time. All right. I don't know if that's going to be the case here. All right. But I can tell you right now, we're definitely getting the rug pulled. I was warning about this last week. I warned about it in the weekly report. All right. I even warned about in the written weekly report over on Webull and Facebook. I told you guys, hey, bulls, this is your last chance. You're going to have this week is going to be your last warning before you get the rug pulled on you. And you're going to lose a substantial amount of money if you do not take advantage of this. All right, guys. Now, I also want to comment. Yes, guys. All right. Praying for a short squeeze is not a strategy, but guess what? All right. Anybody who ignored the fact that a short squeeze was completely on the table, I'm going to say right now, you just didn't know what to look for. And maybe you were one of the people who were clowning on me for it. But guess what? Guess what? Where are we right now? What's going on right now? Who's getting wrecked right now? Anybody who loaded the freaking boat on puts here got wrecked. All right. Luckily, your boy only had 20 February 3rd 380s, and yeah, I am fully established. I even started entering the Jan 20s. I didn't post about these on Twitter just because I'm not gonna say like, hey, enter these Jan like it's just not an ideal entry. All right, but I saw what was going on here. I see what's going on in the 4-hour time frame here. You also see what's going on in the 1-hour. Now this is Webull. All right, so I don't typically trust Webull, but I mean either way. You have factors over here suggesting the same exact thing, all right? You have one hell of a bearish divergence going on right as you're coming into this resistance that was previous support here, all right? And then, which you could be flipping it. I'm not going to take that off the table. Maybe you have a $3 move down here, and then maybe we continue back up to the gap fill. All right, on that gap fill, guys. Now, even though there's pain right now, I actually told someone this on Twitter. I'm like fine with the pain. Guys, I went to a sandwich shop. I got 2 big ass sandwiches. Pardon my French. And I'm chilling. All right. Now, I'm not going to deny there is a loss that is being held right now, but that is why I started entering the Jan 20s. All right. I still have 5 grand to throw on it up here, and that is my plan specifically. You guys don't do anything. It's not financial advice, but my specific plan is to enter Jan 20 380s right up here. They're going to be around $100, guys, and I can guarantee once you get into this range up here, all right, once you get up here, you have all the reason to be bearish. All right, like you already have all the reason to be bearish. Like this whole rally it's sketch. All right, we've been telling you guys, like, hey, all right, you're not gonna have one hell of an impulsive move down without seeing that counter trend. This is literally why I was skeptical of this crap right here. This, all right, we needed this to happen in order for the shorts to reload. All right, you needed more gas. All right, you ran out of gas, and that's why you kept doing this ping pong action we got going over here. All right, but now you finally had the counter trend, and you are going to have one heck of a sell-off. All right, now again, keep in mind what we just went over on the daily time frame on Weeble's SPY chart. All right, the CCI is absolutely insane. You haven't came up here, but guess what? Every time you did come up here, you had rug pulls pending. All right, you were over here with the triple bearish divergence here. Well, was it a triple? Yeah, it's something like that. We could call it a double, just a normal bearish divergence, right up to this was actually a trend line resistance, and look what happened. All right, you died. You completely died. All right, now let's look at what we got going on the daily time frame. Right, so I'm gonna just show you guys what we have, and first things first. Let's put our golden pocket back on the map. I didn't think we were gonna keep this thing on. I didn't think we were going to need to keep this thing on our radar because, look, we had 2 major sell-offs from it, all right? I just figured, okay, the move and the golden pocket is done, all right? But it's not done, guys. It's here, all right? Right here, all right? So, like, here's the thing, guys. Here's the thing. You can come up here, all right? You can, which is why I'm saving some money. I'm not going all in on this, even though, guys, I am extremely confident you are going to have the biggest rug pull all bear market starting from where we are here. I don't know what catalyst it's going to be. Is it going to be Powell talking tomorrow? Is it going to be CPI? Okay, is Powell going to bring you down heavily, and then boom, we fall into Wednesday, and then you get 4-hour oscillators and daily oscillators being oversold again, and there you go. They send you up. They gap you up on CPI, and then we get to fade that move out. I have absolutely no idea, but that is why I'm taking the January 20s. I think Powell is going to pull the rug tomorrow. All right, let's look at it this way. All right, I've been telling you guys, hey, the biggest concern that was expressed in the minutes by the Federal Reserve members is literally a market rally. All right, they said the market rally is what poses a risk to what they've done here. All right, and that's true. All right, that is. I've been talking about it for months. They cannot have the wealth effect taking place, or boom, people think they have more money in their pocket. Demand comes back. Supply is the same exact way, and boom, you get another inflation problem. All right, that is what I've literally been saying it for months. All right, I don't want to sound like a broken record with anything I say on the channel, but like I'm just saying, guys, there's some things that I just got to keep reminding you. Like, hey, all of this resistance up here means like, hey, you're not going to break it. All right, you're not going to break this resistance. I don't care what perma bulls are thinking. All right. And by the way, guys, I'll comment on the inflation report. I told you guys that Bullard came out saying, hey, soft landing is now on the table. All right. Well, what does this make me believe? Well, they're probably going to revise their inflation expectations down. All right. Now, yes, that did throw some fire on the move today, but it actually fizzled out shortly after that anyway. All right. You come over here and let's just see. Was it 11 o'clock? Yeah, right around 11 o'clock. You kept moving up. It was right around here. You had this little sell-off into it, and then you had that. It actually marked your top, even though you do see inflation expectations being revised down. All right, so it didn't actually provide the fuel that I was talking, that like I thought the most probable scenario was that we end up falling going into inflation expectations, and that's the thing that makes us rally going into, like, pretty much going into Thursday, all right? I thought, like, you know, now Powell, I actually didn't know Powell. I think that got put on Friday on the list there, because I did not see that. All right, but he is speaking tomorrow, so that is now that I know about that, yeah, that's why I took these January 20 380 puts. I actually also have I threw $1,000 on January 11th, 390 puts as my lotto. I actually got them literally right at the top. So those should be up a fat like 40 to 50% now, most likely 50%. But either way, small. I just wanted to see how the Powell lotto would go because I have a humongous feeling that Powell is going to throw water on the fire, all right? I have a humongous feeling. Look at that. We have a reversal candlestick going on right there. We did not fill the gap. Guys, we don't need to fill the gap, but I'm just going to say right now, right? I am not going to be surprised if we fall into CPI now with Powell speaking, and then we gap up off of a lighter CPI number, all right? And then boom, that ends up coming up, maybe filling the gap, maybe hitting this trend line, maybe hitting the 200 MA, all right? Maybe coming into that golden pocket, and then boom, we do exactly what he did here on the last CPI report, which is fade it all day long. And that literally was the start of the sell-off that gave us the most golden entry possible. All right, guys. My friend said it to me today, and you know what? It makes me feel pretty good about what we've done here, all right? We caught the bulk of the move. We caught the meat of the move. And yeah, we didn't play it the best down here, all right? I'm going to be honest. All right, I was pretty scared I was going to miss it, so I did end up loading some down here. All right, but at the end of the day, we got the bulk of the move. All right, we got the meat of this move right here. Everything ended up working out. All right, it really did. And guess what, guys? It's about to be here again. Opportunities banging on your door. I told you guys the risk from where we were at the highs over here. I actually posted this on Twitter. I also told you guys this in the video, but the risk on those February 3rd 380s, the risk for you buying them and holding from there was if you come up here, all right, to the gap fill, 395 to the gap fill, the risk is you lose another 30 to 40%. I believe at the high today, they fell around 25%. So yeah, my math was pretty spot on there as well, all right? The risk, and that's why I was saying, like, hey, guys, or I said it to that to the guy on Twitter, hey, all right, I'm in pain, but, like, I'm actually, like, kind of fine with this, all right? Like, I know for a fact this is going to turn into a lot of money, and honestly, the stress that I was feeling from missing out, all right, that was stress. I don't really care to see like down 15K in one day at a high there, but you know what? Like, I'm gonna be straight up, all right? It's okay, all right, because I know for a fact as long as I just stick with it, we're gonna get rug pulled in a few days, guaranteed. All right, and hey, guess what? It's going to be very painful for the other side, and I'm going to get paid, absolutely paid. All right, and I was actually telling I was talking to my friend about it. I was talking to my dad about it. And guys, when I see a lot of money this time around, I probably won't. I probably will cut half the position relatively quick. All right. Maybe at 100 to 200%. Even though we know the math is by the time you get down here, you're up 5x on any contracts. Any contracts you bought at $600, you're up 5x. Any contracts at $500, you're up 6x. Any contracts bought at 4x or $400, you're up 7.5x, I believe. All right. Even though we know the math, guys, big numbers are big numbers. And I'm going to be honest, I have missed big numbers for quite some time. All right. I'm finally back. I built up AMC type of money without AMC, without a gamble over months on end. All right. Not months on end. It hasn't been an end. Honestly, I want this never to end. I really do want this bear market never to end, but it's going to eventually end. I just think it's going to take a very long time. We're going to see some massive rips, some massive waterfall moments, all right, or watershed, whatever they call them. Like this, I guess this wouldn't be a watershed moment. I hope we get a watershed moment here because, you know, we have prepared for this. But yeah, all in all, guys, if you come up here, I don't care what catalyst brings you up here. I will load the absolute boat on, by that, I will mean I will be pretty much all in. And I'm going to put the rest of my money into the January 20 380s, or, I mean, maybe the 390s. I don't know. Probably the 380s, though, because, guys, you're going to fall hard from here, all right? And it's going to happen quick, all right? So that is kind of, hey, all right? So even though if you come up here, maybe you're down 30 grand. Well, guess what, all right? If you have 10 G's to throw in Jan 20s, which I may have thrown already 5 in there. Right around the top. I was like I was on FaceTime with my friend. I was like, Dave, I just want it. It's so overextended. Like, I haven't seen this. This is the most beautiful setup I've ever seen. And it's there. All right. So I end up doing that. Luckily, that was literally right at the top. But there was that. And then, what's it called? But yeah, guys, if you get up there, let's say you have 10 grand to throw on Jan 20 380s. Well, guess what? Very quick, that's going to turn into $30,000. So, and that's why I was saying, I don't care about the pain. All right, the pain is there, but I know as long as I just literally sit on my hands now, I have a fully established position. I will be paid. paid more than I have seen in a very long time. And that is what I'm waiting for. And honestly, guys, this is the safe route. All right. I'm going to be honest. Yeah, it exposed yourself to the risk. But guess what? Risk management was built into the trade plan. That is why I made the videos I made. All right. I told you guys that was actually the last weekly update. Not this one that we just had that came out on Saturday, but the one from last Sunday or last Saturday, whenever I dropped it. That one went over the full plan. And honestly, guys, you actually would have gotten the first entry for that plan. It was to enter first half of Feb 17 puts here. You enter the second half of Feb 17 puts here. You enter the first half of Feb 3rd puts here. And then you enter the last half of Feb 3rd puts here. All right. You actually would have gotten 2/3 of those entries. All right. So you would have gotten 3 out of 4 buys there. And yeah, all in all, guys, it would have worked pretty spot on there. You wouldn't have gotten the last one, but I don't know. I think you are still going to fill this gap fill. I don't know. All right, but I will say we have 2 months of CPI coming down. All right, and then we also have non-farm payrolls. Also, the last 2 times I believe were very positive reactions. All right, as you saw literally the other day right here. Now I don't know how things are going to play out because I have no crystal ball, but we're going to go over just like really the technical thesis right now. All right, and then we're going to go over like honestly all in all there's like 2 scenarios, and I'm just going to say right now, one is that Powell tanks the market and then CPI also tanks the market. All right. Or, I mean, Powell could make the market rally. All right. We could fall into Powell tomorrow and then Powell could make the market rally. And then we rally up till CPI and then we dump on CPI. All right. And again, keep in mind the charts predict the news. So I don't care about, hey, you're gambling. No, the charts predict the news. All right. Anybody who wants to deny that to me, go back and do your homework on my homework, all right? Because I have seen time and time and time again. I could point to at least like 20 freaking times where the charts have predicted news throughout this bear market. And guess what? It's not going to stop, all right? I'm a firm believer in that. It is not going to stop, all right? If you want to just guaranteed make money, play a strangle, all right? That's pretty much all you got to do. Play a strangle, all right? It's not going to be as much as if you played the directional move of whatever the charts are setting up, but it will be that, all right? You will make guaranteed money, all right? I do recommend having like a week or 2 on those, though, just to give it some time to play out. And there's that. Maybe you have a knee-jerk reaction. You get to sell the call side, and then you get to ride the puts or double down and take the call money and put that into puts. I don't know, all right? But yeah, guys, all right. So first of all, let's actually just see what is the weekly chart setting up for. What do we got right here? All right, we got a gap up right there, and we are immediately coming down. I think that is called a shooting star candlestick. All right, I don't know though. All right, but I'm pretty sure it is. That is a bearish candlestick formation. All right, we got the same thing on the daily time frame here. You have your stochastic coming to cross down. You have your CCI almost in overbought territory, guys. This is why I was saying we needed the counter trend to make these oscillators hit. If you want an impulsive move down like I was thinking you were going to get, there you go. You're going to need these things to relax. You need them to breathe. And look at that. We got full relaxation of the stochastic. All right. You almost got all the way back up here. And guess what? Last time you did that, what did that set you up for over the following days? Over, I think, 4 trading sessions here. All right, 5 trading sessions, you fell almost 8%, 7.8% right here, $30, guys. All right, $30 flipping dollars. All right, so say we fall from here, $30. Well, guess what, guys? You're coming way down. All right, and guess what, guys? The reason I bought those Jan 20s 380 is because they were going for, I think it was 120. I bought them for. And guess what? If you end up getting down to 365 by that expiration. All right, they're going to get in the money. I am highly confident they will get in the money pretty quick. Whatever, we're going to get a directional move. All right, we got this. This was the fake move. We're about to get the real move. And it's going to come with either tomorrow on Powell or it's going to come with CPI, guys. I don't know what it's going to be. Maybe we start moving down off of Powell and then we gap up for the CPI and then just fade it. The market brushes off just like it did over there. I don't care what happens, but you're getting down here, guys. You're coming all the way down to lows. I don't know how quick it's going to happen. I don't know if it's even going to happen by Feb 3rd, all right? But what I will say is it's probably going to happen quick. And those Feb 3rd contracts are probably going to catch that move back down here, most likely. But I mean, I'm like I told you, I'm probably going to be taking profits early. I'm notorious on this channel for taking profits way too early. But like all in all, I'd rather be safe than sorry. Just like I'm doing rushing the entry here, I rush the exit too, I guess, to secure my bag. All right, and that is that. And if you guys want to risk it for the biscuit, risk it for the biscuit. You guys know the numbers. All right, you know the numbers. All right, so let's take off all those drawings here. All right, now let's look at what's going on the 4-hour time frame. All right, I already showed you guys you had the bearish divergence going on SPY on Weeble on the 4-hour time frame. Let's see what's going on in QQ. You are, again, just another example. You are way up here. All right, you were way up here. Look, last time you got up here, let's just see what happened. You got up here on the CPI when you went up there. All right, you got up here, right here, and you just kept forming this bearish, the bearish divergence from 283 all the way up to 294. You've had another $10 move up. That still can happen. Just know that I don't care. All right, I don't care. I will add the last position there, Jan 2380s or 390s, whatever I choose. All right, but just realize if you do have like a move, let's just use 265 as an example on those 380s. You're buying them for $100. They're going to be worth $1,500. All right, that's a 15x. All right, and I'm not saying you have to hold out for that. I definitely won't be holding out for that. I'll probably hold out for like a 3 or 4x. I don't know, but I do know for a fact it's going to happen quick. All right, this is the impulsive move. This is setting up for the impulsive move that I've been talking about. And if you weren't going to get that, it was going to be a slow mover. It's going to be slow, but this has the capability to go straight down now. All right, just like we had there, a 12% move to the downside intraday. All right, not including the pre-market gap up there is what I meant to say. But yeah, guys. All right, I'm ready for this. I'm ready, and this kind of actually does look like a picture perfect, might I say, picture perfect back test of of the holy crap, that's actually really cool, of this giant bear flag we got going on right here, all right, on QQQ, which is the Nasdaq. All right, and that, holy cow, guys, really everything is falling into place. I don't know if you're gonna keep going up. I still have some money to load up on those, but at the end of the day, I am fully established. I'm more than fully established. I'm ready for the downturn. All right, you come over to DIA, what's going on? You also have your CCI just peeking into overbought territory right there, just like SPY's is. All right, SPX is the same as SPY, obviously. Let's look at what's going on in Mr. VIX. All right, VIX has a bullish Harami candlestick formation. All right, all you would need for the confirmation that you are going to keep going lower after tomorrow is you need to close above this high right here, or the body of this candlestick right here, which would be at the open was 2269. So you need that to confirm the bullish Harami candlestick formation. You have your stochastic getting ready to cross up. You have your CCI hinging up from almost oversold territory. That is something to know. I told you guys that I was expecting, hey, Apple's going to get some juice with what we got going on. You're going to need to see this RSI get some room to the upside, because we weren't just going to fall and stay down here. We haven't seen it the whole time. It was highly unlikely that it was going to happen this time. Again, no crystal ball, but I point to probabilities. I reference the bear market. All right, and if anybody wants to say the bear market trades like before the bear market, you're crazy. You're absolutely insane, and you should not be trading in this bear market. All right, it's the same exact thing for Tesla. All right, we needed to get this. Look where this bad boy was. All right, we were just we were begging to get some relief, and I still think there might be some more relief here. I still think there's a chance that all of these act as magnets. All right, you have 4 different big resistance. You've got gap fill, you got golden pocket, you got trendline resistance, you got 200 MA resistance. All right, and then you're also, if you do get up there, you're going to have your oscillators and overbought territory resistance. All right, your point is you will have a storm for downside, the perfect storm. All right, so that in mind. All right, now coming over to the 4-hour on QQ and SPY, we're going to finish up with that. All right, QQ, like I said, it would be picture perfect if you do end up having that back test. Maybe you end up coming back down and filling this gap by the end of the day. And that would mean, oh, this giant thing, it would all be one big wick. It would be a rejection wick off of the back test. You already had the back test right here. I called that out. You had that back test. And guess what, guys? You're having the same exact thing here. There's no telling. There's no like guaranteeing you're going to end up closing lower than that trend line. But it would be picture perfect if you get that, and I would say there's like almost guaranteed downside coming into Powell. All right, now again, I still think there is downside coming into Powell. You're gonna need this, like, even if you form a bearish divergence here, you need to see this thing cool off. you need to come at least back down to this line so you can come back up. And maybe it happens something like that. All right. And well, I know that's like way further out than that. But either way, you get what I'm saying. You're going to need to see it cool off. All right. So we're going to need to see some downside. You also have the bearish divergence, the fat bearish divergence going on SPY and QQQ, and it should be on DIA. DIA, IWM get the same exact thing. What's going on DXY? Guess what, guys? Going into Powell, Papa Powell, you have a bullish divergence on DXY on the 4-hour time frame. All right, no, on the 1-hour time frame. On the 4-hour time frame, you do not. But either way, you are in that oversold territory. And look at where we are on the daily time frame. All right, guys, look at that. You have you've made a bullish divergence on your RSI. Wow, look at that bad boy. All right, we're actually going to put a trend line on there just so we can keep it there. But just like that, all right, we're going to keep it and see if that ends up playing out. But look at that, guys. You clear as day do have this bullish divergence going on the daily time frame of DXY going into Papa Powell tomorrow. Just saying, guys, you have a recipe for disaster. I don't know if Powell's going to be the one to do it, but I'm going to say what I said in the beginning of the video. The minutes were god-awful. They weren't god-awful, but they literally told us that, hey, if the market rallies, like, we're probably going to throw some water on the fire because we can't have that happening. So guess what, guys? The market just rallied massively. Pretty positive we're going to have Papa Powell throw some water on the fire. But again, no crystal ball. All right, guys, so I think that is pretty much it. I don't think we missed anything. I want to point out that Mara and Riot are absolutely exploding. This is what I pointed out. Like, maybe you're going to have a short squeeze, but don't get bull trapped by the short squeeze because we are coming back down, all right? This is very likely going to be falling off the cliff with Bitcoin and the market, all right? If the market and Bitcoin are coming down, you have no factors suggesting upside on Riot or Mara. It's just not going to be happening. The miners are going to follow Bitcoin, but they're also going to trade with the market, all right? So this, both the factors that can affect it, they're bad. All right, and keep in mind, look at your freaking CCI. What the heck is this thing? All right, it looks just like you got over here, and then you had this little cooldown right there. But either way, guys, don't get bull trapped. Don't FOMO into this, all right? You're probably going to get a better entry, but look at that, dude. You literally got a, what is this, like a 70% gain? Oh, Jesus. Yeah, exactly a 70% gain on Miss Mara over here. And then you got Riot. So if you didn't watch the weekly update, I exposed why I'm going to be doing a 60-40 split on Riot tomorrow. I still think Mara is going to survive and it's going to rally massively, even more than Riot, just because, like we're seeing right now, even though Mara went up 70%, this one went up like 60% or something like that. But yeah, all right. The reason is because Riot has no chance of going under. All right, they have like over 6,000. I think 6,700 Bitcoin on the balance sheet, and they have like 250 million cash or something like that, with only like 50 million liabilities. All right, and long-term debt and stuff. Whereas Mara has 780 million in long-term debt and like 100 something mil on the balance sheet. They don't have even close to covering it. All right, so just so I have no risk of losing my money, and just in case a Silvergate takes place, all right, I'm going to be putting most of it into Riot. But again, that comes when the market is bottoming. So I'm only doing that when I see Bitcoin and the market bottoming. So Bitcoin will have to be in this zone over here. I'm going to need to tap this. I'm going to need it to just be in this zone. And then if the market is bottoming, when Bitcoin is in the zone, that is when I load the boat. When I see warning signs that we are going up on the overall market, that's when I load the boat on this. Now, yes, I will be playing golf calls. Stay tuned for those. Obviously, everything will be posted to Twitter. If you guys do want my trade alerts, all right, and again, not a financial advisor, but hey, they're going to be worth $100 on 1/1/24. So if you guys want to go make a crap ton of money up until then, so when the time comes, it's going to be chump change to you. All right, go take advantage. All right, I really am. I'm not trying to be a sleazy guy. I'm trying to put the money in your pocket well in advance before I end up taking any money out of your pocket. I really am not trying to be a sleazy guy. This is literally just, hey, I provide an absolute crap ton of value. I will be paid for that value. But before I get paid for my value, I'm going to put so much freaking value in your pocket that, hey, it's going to be chump change to you. All right, so with that being said, guys, I will catch you guys in the next video. Peace.